So, Steve, what do you think about Rat Fink?
Rat Fink. I know growing up as a kid, he was always there through the ages. He's still going strong. I used to sit in high school, draw little pictures duplicating his illustration of Rat Fink and the old tea buckets and that when I should have been studying, I guess. But he became quite an institution, and he's still there in everybody.
So, Vince, what is it about Rat Fink? You influenced by Rat Fink? Tell me about it.
Well, since grade school. Rat Fink came into being in the early 60s and was in the back of all the car magazines. I was grade school and junior high school when I started copying Rat Fink cartoons and monster cartoons. With the advent of Marks-a-Lot, felt pens, and some fluorescent colored spray paint, I used to buy white t-shirts or sweatshirts, cut the sleeves off, draw on the back of them, spray paint them, and sell them. And I didn't draw Rat Fink, but monsters and hot rods that basically were front tires, headlights and grills, and a bunch of pipes and a bunch of smoke and debris flying around. And, you know, as the years go by, you kind of realize that a guy like Ed, Big Daddy Roth, is a real person. And he's not far from Orange County. He was in Maywood. And, you know, you'd see people coming and going. And so you kind of fall into that car culture of fenderless cars and custom cars, lowered cars with lake pipes and bellflowers and all of those things. You kind of grow up with it. And it's not anything weird or unusual. It's kind of falls into the same category as living near the Pacific Ocean and surfing. It's just part of what you do and who you are.
All right, hey Doug, what do you think about Rat Fink?
I think I love him. I loved him for many, many years. Influenced, well, of course, by Ed Roth years ago. I know a lot of people will argue with me about this. I know there's a few that know, but I personally say that Stanley Mouse was the creator of the Rat Fink, and then Ed Roth kind of, how do you call it, promoted it out there and pushed it out into the public more. I mean, of course, he did a great job too. I mean, he did kind of, you know, redesign it, but definitely Stanley Mouse for sure.
Hello, my name is Zoe Scarlett, and please make sure to subscribe to Blacktop TV here on YouTube.
Hey Mike, I hear you're a fan of Rat Fink. How's that do for you?
Yeah, I have been since high school, I'm sure. I used to draw them, and I have all his books on all the stuff that he's done. And I tried to get a job in the art department at Knott's Berry Farm, and he was working there in the art department there. But so there was no positions. I never did get the job, but then he left, and I met him once personally in Las Vegas, and he loves to talk about, you know, his projects and things he's done, and that was great talking to him. He's a real character, that's for sure. But oh yeah, and I still draw pictures of him today, doing cartoon drawings of cars, and he's driving it or something. I just finished one for a van of Jeff Styles, and yeah, I'm a fan of Rat Fink, that's for sure.
Thanks, man. So Ken, what does Rat Fink mean to you?
Well, for me, it starts early. You know, I grew up in Southern California, car culture, right? So when these odd rods came out and you could collect those little stickers, it was wild, right? It gave me a whole different perspective of looking at cars and what this odd rod and Rat Fink culture was about. Then you started seeing some of, you know, all the little things that came out, stickers and little plaques, and then Rat Fink itself and all the toys and everything. So it really, to me, mesmerized me and helped me to just, you know, envision like building a car that would just really take place in this culture.
I think Rat Fink is an amazing part of our car culture. it thrills me that it's still being done by so many people today. I think it's a treasure and a total SoCal thing, and digging it all the time.
Hey, Jonesy, what do you think about Rat Fink?
The Rat Fink. Well, that was an Ed Roth deal, but he had a whole bunch of artists working for him back then, and I think Stanley Mouse was the one that originally drew the Rat Fink, and Big Daddy took over from there. That's my opinion.
I was influenced by Rat Fink very early in my lifetime. When I was around 10 to 12 years old, my cousin used to work for a place called Cars of Stars, Planes of Fame. Ed Roth, Rat Fink, had all his cars there, or at least most of them. And I would go there and watch them and look at them and enjoy them, and then I'd build the models and everything else with them. And I've always been inspired by Rat Fink for my cars and stuff like that. Be over the top with things. And I was fortunate enough early in life to meet Mr. Rat Fink. And then later in life, I ended up having him do block lettering on a church van, which was very cool because he came out with his car all decorated in Rat Fink, and he sat there and did the church van for us. So that was kind of cool to just happen to get him by chance. And then I had one car pinstriped by Ed Roth. So before he died, long before he died. So that was the coolest thing I'd ever had. So I really enjoyed it.
It's perfect. Sold.